Pittsburgh Steelers, man, they made a trade over the weekend, baby. This would have been, I believe it was Friday.
It was?
Yeah, it was Friday, man. Right before the weekend started, right before I was going to hit the road and stuff. We had just finished up our show. Yep. And, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they traded for...
Out of left field.
It was, dude. Traded for a cornerback, Ahkello Witherspoon. Traded a 5th-round pick from the 2023 draft. So 2 years from now is draft pick, a 5th-round pick to Seattle for Ahkello Witherspoon. A little bit of backstory on Ahkello. This is his 4th season. He played 3 years in San Fran. Started, a good amount of games up there. Was kind of productive at times as well. Man, had some interceptions. Really, had some really good games for them. Had signed with the Seattle Seahawks this offseason, a 1-year, $4 million deal. Obviously, it didn't work out there in terms of I forgot the cornerback they ended up going with, but it was another guy that they had there. They ended up going with as their other starter, Yeah,
they brought Ahkello in to be the starter.
Yeah, and
he didn't win the job, so they caught him or wanted to trade him. At least.
Yeah, but they're on the hook for essentially 2.5 or 2.5 that because we're on the hook for 1.5 in terms of our cap hit on that. So in terms of the financials of it, and it makes great sense.
1-year deal,
absolutely. And when you think of the position, cornerback. That is position of need. Now it gets interesting when we talk about him in terms of what his potential role could be. But I wanted to give you a chance to, react to him as well.
My takes.
Yeah.
Well, people are saying he's really talented. And from the looks of it, he is.
Yeah.
There's a mixed bag with him, though. He has a tweet that's out there that says, I'm the best cornerback in the league when healthy. But a bunch of people that are San Fran fans that paid attention to him say he's like the least confident cornerback there is. Like whenever he gets down in the tubes, like he really gets down in the tubes. There's plays where he looks like the best cornerback in the league, or at least on the team whenever they had Richard Sherman. But other times he's just off. Like they had to bench him on their Super Bowl run. Like he was their starting cornerback going into that divisional game. They benched him like midway through the game, didn't play in the conference championship or in the Super Bowl. So what do you make of it? He's bouncing around from the 49ers. The Seahawks sign him on a 1-year deal. Then they don't want to keep him. Yeah. I like the upside, though. I can't lie. The measurables are there. He's a 3rd-round pick. Almost like Justin Lane a little bit.
Seriously, yeah. But a little bit more
I don't
productive.
think there's... No, exactly. Yeah, he's actually started. He's actually started in games and gone up against some big-time receivers. Yeah.
Why did we both react like that when I said that, bro? We should not be getting that hype about the fact that Justin Lane hasn't been that productive.
Oh, we were getting hype, you think?
A little bit. When I was like,
I'm more hype about Witherspoon.
I am too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we shouldn't be getting that hype, right? Should we? Nah, we can get that hype, bro. Absolutely, we can get that hype. I mean, he brought it on himself. Justin, not against you, Justin, but
he's had a good camp from what you were saying.
So I'm super happy with how he's progressed. I even went back and watched a couple of these other games from the preseason, just rewatch it, make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing the correct way. And he's looked really good, man. Very impressive. But you continue though with yours, man.
Best case scenario, he could potentially be a stud cornerback for us. Worst case, it's like competition for cornerback 4, cornerback 5. Because right now, we're feeling pretty decent about Pierre on the outside, Sutton on the inside, but in case something goes wrong, we got a dude with some starters minutes on the 49ers, which is a really good defense. I like the move. I mean, extremely low risk, potential high reward.
Yeah, 100%, man. I back this move all the way. With the Ahkello, like you said, mixed reviews. You watch him on tape, extremely gifted in terms of the length, speed. I love his ball skills. I'll do a Master Most film session. I'll get one of those out to y'all this week on Ahkello as well, man. Yeah, I took a little, a little woosah.
New logo on that too, maybe.
Oh, come on now. We got a new logo.
Got the branding on point.
And trust me, we're going to talk a little merch too as well, because we got new merch up here now. All right. We got some new heat. We're going to talk about it though. But with Ahkello though, man, I do like how productive he is at playing the ball. He gets his head around. It's natural for him as well. It's not something that he's forced to do. You can just see certain guys are just comfortable getting their head around. And for him, he always does that. And he typically is in good position where he's not turning around too soon, because you'll have some guys that hear the concept, turn your head around and see the ball, and they don't understand when to do it. Meaning right now, Deke, you're not touching me. So if you're in coverage on me, you should never be turning around to look for that ball. Your whole focus should be closing this space right here and getting to where you can touch me. Typically where your elbow can touch me, because if your elbow can touch me, that means you're close enough where you can match my catch radius, right? So with Ahkello, he understands when he needs to get his head around. He understands how to keep that space connected, right? So I like that a lot about him. I also like how physical he is. He doesn't second guess on screenplays. He doesn't second guess on perimeter runs. When he sees it happening, he puts his foot in the ground. He comes downhill. Man, watching him versus Arizona, you see him come downhill. He hit Larry Fitzgerald. I'm like, okay, Larry's a big dude. He doesn't shy away from that. He made a couple of plays like that, literally on the perimeter, where he's either in coverage or he's reading a screen and he's just, okay, I'm going to get it. And the reason why I bring that up is because we've obviously talked about a guy like Trey Noir. I hate to bring him up negatively, but just because he's the most recent guy, right? We talked about how at times he shows a little bit of hesitancy to shoot his gun in terms of going for a tackle. And by hesitating, sometimes it puts him in some bad positions where it just makes him look bad and he can't make the plays that he should be able to make routinely. But with Ahkello, he doesn't allow that space to happen. He doesn't second guess it. Now, we're not saying that he's always going to be right, because that's definitely not the case either. I mean, he'll miss a tackle, absolutely. But it's the intention. Because when you have that intention of a DB saying, I'm going to trigger and I'm going to force his action, that allows the cavalry to come. So if you make the tackle, great. But if you miss the tackle, you make that dude stop his feet, or he has to run you over or get out of that tackle, everybody else has time to get there. And that's what Ahkello does do consistently as well with the ball skills that he has. So for me, I like him a lot, man. I do. The thing is,
what do you think of those critiques of he was on the 49ers? Mm-hmm. They're happy to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. Seahawks, they sign him. They're pretty willing to get rid of him pretty easily.
But this is the thing, though. When you talk about San Fran, they went through a whole overhaul. No Sherman out there, right? Sherman was the guy that was opposite of him. And they got a new D coordinator as well, because we're Saleh. He's in New York. So I don't think of it necessarily as they're just so bent on getting rid of him. But when you go through changes like that, even if you promote from within, you don't think Keith Butler had different philosophies and perspective of players than Dick LeBeau? They were both here at the same time, but people are going to view people differently or have different expectations or want different personnel out there. So I kind of look at it as that. Now, I don't know all of the details in terms of, I mean, if I was like a beat writer out there, I would know him, but I don't know him like that. But that doesn't necessarily scare me away. And then the whole him signing to Seattle, the money tells me that they liked him enough. 1 for $4 million tells me they like him enough.
Take a shot.
Absolutely. Because if it was, I'm just ready to move on from him. Those are typically your 1 for 1.25s or your 1 for $2 million type things, right? The run of the mill, slow, like low level deals. This dude, his minimum might be $500,000-$600,000 right now. So you could just see when you're talking about the deal that they gave him, they looked at him and saw enough they want to do that. And Seattle didn't release him. They got a 5th round pick in return. They could have released him.
They felt like the dude beat him out. Yeah. That was essentially it.
Right. So
there were a few teams that were reaching out.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm like, I don't think it's a bad thing.
On this one.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I mean, when you're talking about acquiring guys this time of year, they're going to have some type of question mark, right? If they're on the street, why are they available? Or if you're trading for them, once again, why are they available? Unless you're giving up a ransom for them, right? Why are they available? So you always have to, you think about those and you hear those thoughts. But if it's not injury related, to me, it doesn't scare me as much because he's an outside corner. He's not a slot guy. He's going to be out there challenging James Pierre. That's what it's going to be right now. And I like it because James Pierre's balled out.
Locked in the slot, you think, right now?
Yeah. I mean, unless you saying Arthur Marlette's going to challenge him for something like that.
I don't want that to be the case. Yeah. I want him to be locked in the slot.
Right. Like, I wouldn't want to do that. And yeah, I just wouldn't want to do that with him. Nah. Yeah, like I said, with Ahkello, though, he's definitely an outside corner. Like, that's what he does. Like, he has the size to play on the outside. He has the speed to play on the outside as well. And he's technically sound. So I like that because James Pierre, right? James Pierre balled out. And we said, man, James Pierre should get the nod. He should get that opportunity. But we also said James Pierre hasn't done it in the regular season for a long time just yet. At least Ahkello has regular season reps, starts for multiple seasons, right? Now, they weren't consecutive, but he would have starts on occasion. If the James Pierre situation falls flat, you at least got a proven guy. If James Pierre balls out, well, now you got really, really good depth, right? Because when we're comparing Ahkello versus a Justin Lane versus, I'm trying to think. I got to see who they brought back. I mean, with the
I don't think we have anyone else. It's just Arthur Marlette we brought back.
Yeah, that was it. Because I was trying to think, did we bring another corner on practice squad? It was the Carl Joseph move.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it. Yeah. So at least you have another corner that is competent, can go out there and you'll feel good about him without the question marks of, okay, James Pierre and Justin Lane, were y'all just playing well because of these preseason matchups, or are y'all actually good corners right now? At least with Ahkello, you have an idea about him.
Yeah, this is one of those I'm just going to trust the Steelers on because he's a name that was not being thrown out there at all. I think it was Brian Callahan on the Broncos. They were talking about trading him, and then a couple of the dudes were free agents, like Trufant.
Because Trufant
Dunbar.
had the situation
who else
with
am I
his
missing?
dad.
There was, and then Jimmy Moreland.
Somebody just got signed, though, a veteran corner as well. Dang on. Was it Dunbar?
Might have.
It might have been Dunbar. Because I want to say he signed before we traded for Ahkello.
Okay.
And I remember saying to myself, I like the trade for Ahkello way better than signing that corner.
Yeah, he was not on my radar at all, but considering that as soon as the Seahawks put it out there, I don't know how they did, saying like, he lost a job, he's probably going to be a depth guy for us.
Yeah.
Multiple teams reaching out pretty much immediately, and the Steelers were the ones that were able to get the deal done. I'm going to trust them on that. They must like what they saw. Yeah. Do you think there's anything our cornerbacks coach can teach him, or, can he unlock something with Witherspoon that he hasn't seen with the 49ers or Seahawks? I don't know. It's worth a chance.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I think that, number one, he brings you a veteran presence. Number two, he doesn't have to come in here and be the guy. I mean, I saw the comments as well about him saying that, he feels like he's the best corner when he's healthy and things like that.
The 49ers people were saying that was the fakest comment they've ever heard. Because I told you, they're like, he's like the weakest mentally guy out there.
And for me, man, I'm not saying I saw that, but you watch enough tape, certain stuff pops up. So yeah, I'm not completely against their assessment right there. I just thought maybe he was going through it. Like it was like a moment. That's how I looked at it.
Why he tweeted that out? Or he didn't tweet it out. He said it in an interview.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like when you watch like a couple of the games though. Just
when he gets down low.
Yeah, if he has a little moment. Yeah. But you ain't supposed to be happy if you have a little moment, man. It happens. That's what the moment is for.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes you got to go low to get back high, man.
Maybe getting signed with Seattle, them getting rid of him like this before the season starts.
Motivated now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's something to that.
Contract year.
Because you got to think, he kind of had things, I don't want to say handed to him in San Fran, but like coming in, he was starting pretty young those first 3 years.
Absolutely.
They're on Super Bowl runs and everything. You think you still have it, maybe. I'm going to prove everyone wrong with Seattle. 1 year, $4 million deal.
Division too.
And then you lose that job. Okay, you got to be really motivated.
Absolutely, man. Contract year though. And he gets the revenge game too, because we play Seattle.
Yeah.
Got the revenge game, baby. So that's going to be fun, man.
Oh, he was rocking number 2 out there. Is he rocking 25? Did I see that right?
Yeah, he's 25 because he's at 25. Joe Schobert switched to 93. Jameer Jones, I think, went to 40. And Buddy Johnson went 46.
I think he went 45.
45. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Some weird numbers.
93 for Schobert.
I don't know what that was about. 93. Yeah.
What did he have initially? Didn't he have 45?
Yeah, he did when he came here. Yeah, 45.
Yeah, I thought that was better. 93s, that's bad.
I just remember what he wore in Cleveland.
It was 50-something.
Yeah.
I think it was 53.
Yeah, it might be. Because that's what he wore in Jacksonville as well.
Might have. 51 maybe?
51.
I don't know.
Bro. I can't. All the news
93 is the one off the wall, though, for sure. I wasn't expecting that. Bro. Yeah, good move, dude.
I like it, though, man.
I don't think there's anything else to this, really. Yeah. He could potentially be a stud for us at some point in the season if things aren't going well with Pierre or even any of our cornerbacks. Just who knows? Joe Hayden gets hit with COVID or something. To have him, it's just a great move. And if he has all this potential that everyone's talking about, who knows? Maybe our cornerbacks coach can unlock something.
Facts. Is it DraftKings? Yes, indeed. DraftKings Sportsbook. America's top-rated sportsbook and app. Not only are they safe, but they are secure in Deke. Just like you, they are reliable, man.
Damn.
They're reliable,
thanks for the compliment.
Bro. And you know what else, Deke? Because, we only talk about people that either have a promo code or some type of benefit for the people.
Yeah.
So for all the first time people out there, once you download the app and you sign up, make sure you use that promo code MOATS. You'll receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. Now, what does that mean? So when you first create that account and you want to put money into your account, if you put $500 in that account, they gonna hook you up with another $500 in deposit bonus money, baby.
Sounds like a great deal.
It's $1,000, and all you had to do was put in $500. Then after that, you get your bet on. You can't beat that, baby. You cannot beat that. So that is DraftKings, and obviously we will go in depth even more about some of our odds and some of our futures bets that we think that y'all might be a little bit interested in. And also, if you do have a problem in terms of a gambling problem, you know what you need to do, right?
Read that.
It's that simple, man. Read it. It's a lot. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER. It's that simple. All right.